Today, we need to talk about Social Security. Social Security is one of those programs that always has a bunch of questions surrounding it, and especially this year, because we have former President Donald Trump, who has vowed to not touch Social Security as far as Social Security cuts. We've also heard the same thing from Vice President Kamala Harris. So both potential presidents for this upcoming election, well, they both talked about Social Security. Also, former President Donald Trump has recently addressed the kind of the headline that he wants to cut Social Security income taxes. He wants to eliminate it entirely. But guess what? The running mate for Vice President Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, who's the governor of Minnesota, he's not only discussed eliminating some taxes, he actually has a program in Minnesota. It's called a targeted tax elimination, and that's already in place. So we're going to see what these different people have in mind for Social Security if they do become elected. But what I can tell you right now is that there's a lot of speculation as to what we see moving forward. Now, I want to get to all this in just a moment. First thing that I ask is, if you want more content regarding Social Security, do me a favor, go ahead, hit that like button. It just tells me that yes, you need more information regarding Social Security and the news coming out about it. So I will try to provide that the best that I can. Now, here's where we're at. A lot of people are asking about this elimination of income taxes for Social Security. This is that targeted tax elimination that the Minnesota governor has put in place as well. But what does this mean? Well, here's what you need to know. There will be cuts. Okay, there has to be cuts. And here's what I mean by that. First off, both parties, Democrats and Republicans, believe that eliminating some Social Security income taxes is a good idea. But why? Well, it's actually pretty simple. The reason why is because it would put more money back into seniors' pockets. However, according to experts, they say that this would just create a larger inequality, and I'll address that in just a moment. Now, here's the big issue. By lowering Social Security, or actually eliminating Social Security income taxes for seniors, keep in mind, when you pay income tax, when you pay a tax, a portion of that goes into Social Security. So by eliminating that Social Security income tax for seniors, what you're doing is you're actually collecting less revenue that goes into the Social Security Trust Fund, which means Social Security would become insolvent a little bit sooner. Here's where these experts say we would be. Social Security could potentially become insolvent 2 years earlier, 2 to 3 years early. That means instead of becoming insolvent in 2035, Social Security could become insolvent in 2032 to 2033. Yeah. So it could be very soon. But here's the problem. This is something that many experts have been talking about for years, is that Social Security income taxes, a cap on how much you can earn if you are not yet at full retirement age, all these things do, they just create incentives for seniors not to work. Not for them to go back to work. Why would they? Why would you go back to work, make, let's say, $15,000 in your part-time job? On top of that, maybe you get another $15,000 in Social Security benefits per year. That's $30,000 in income. Well, if you make over $25,000, if you make between, I think as an individual, $25,000 to $32,000, you have to pay income tax on 50% of your income. So you'd have to pay your income tax rate for $15,000, because they're going to add your income tax, or not your income tax, your income from your, let's say, your W-2, along with your income from your Social Security checks. Yeah. So why would a senior want to go back to work and have to pay taxes on that money when they could just not work and they could just receive Social Security benefits? Yeah, that's why some say we're just incentivizing seniors not to work. The other one, if you, and this is where experts say we need to remove some of the negatives to working past retirement. And what I mean by that is if you make over a certain dollar amount, okay, then Social Security would take $1 for every $2 you make over that amount. Yeah. So again, incentivizing you not to work. Why would you want to work just to give 50% of your income to Social Security? Because that's what's going to happen. Now, many seniors, as of right now, are being forced back to work. They have to go back to work. It's not that they want to. It's not that they feel that they need to get back in the workforce and put in some more hours. It's inflation. The cost of medications going up, the cost of transportation is going up, cost of housing, insurance, the cost of food, utilities, rent, right? Gas, everything just through the roof. That's why seniors are going back to work. It's not because they want to, it's because they have to in order to survive. Now, here's what many experts are saying. One of the reasons why lifting Social Security beneficiaries or taxes for Social Security beneficiaries is unlikely to happen is because it isn't fair to the younger generations that are still paying into it. Okay? That's what they're discussing. And here's why. They say seniors have the lowest poverty rate of any age group to date. Their average incomes have grown 4 times as fast as the average worker since 1980. But as far as the younger generation, the younger generation of people are paying for seniors are most likely to be at the bottom of the income distribution. This is why experts believe that lifting taxes would only make this inequality worse. So we've heard about people fighting for Social Security, saying that we need to make sure that the wealthy pay their fair share. Okay? We always hear it needs to be fair, their fair share. Well, this is why some are saying it's not fair if we give another benefit to seniors when their income has grown quite a bit, in general. But it's going to hurt the younger generation even more. But here's what I can tell you. We have 2 presidential candidates that will address Social Security. I don't know if we see them do some type of Social Security reform over their presidency, but I do know they will address it. Could it potentially get worse? Absolutely. Could it get better? Yeah. Will the cost of living adjustment, will this change? Possibly. All I can tell you right now is there will be something for Social Security. We will see movement. It cannot stay the same. It's either going to get better or it's going to get worse. So I will leave you with that. If you have any questions regarding Social Security, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. But again, that is what we know as of today. So as soon as we get more information on this, I promise I'll bring you all the latest news and updates. But as of today, again, that is what we know. So thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.